Hey everybody, I'm Ben, and I wanted to take a few minutes and make a quick video to show you guys how to make your next video conference call look great. Before I do that though, I want to ask you a favor. Go ahead and hit the like button on this video, and then find that fancy subscribe button wherever it is. Hit that. That basically just lets me know that you like this content, and it motivates me to make more for you. Just to be clear, these tips make you look great in your video, okay? It's not going to make everybody else in your video conference call look great. Unless you want to send this video to your boss. Tell him to step his game up a little bit. But anyway, enough stalling. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Step one, and this is the most important step in my humble opinion. Bring your camera up to your eye level. Nobody wants to look up your nose, especially right now, because let's face it, grooming has probably taken a backseat to some of your other priorities, okay? I've been a professional videographer for the last 12 years, and one of the first things that I learned is that if you put the camera below somebody's eyeline, it is not a flattering look, okay? And that's really an easy step for me to take in this setup because I've got an external webcam. In my opinion, an external webcam is going to give you a much better picture, and it's going to give you a lot more options to configure than the camera that's built into your laptop. But if you don't have access to an external webcam and you're forced to use your built-in webcam, have no fear, okay? Because you can bring that camera up using a lot of different methods. You could use a stack of books to bring it up to your eyeline. Get creative with it. Just whatever you do, use something that's really sturdy. You don't want to be able to knock your camera over during the meeting because number one, it's embarrassing. And number two, probably more importantly, you're probably using a company-owned laptop. And if the IT department sees that, they're going to hate you even more than they already do. Step two, which is very, very close to being just as important as step one, but I'm a camera guy, so of course I'm going to go with the camera being the most important. Anyway, step two, use an external microphone. And I know what you're thinking. The first two steps of this video, all I'm doing is recommending using external equipment. I'm not trying to sell anything. These are just my opinions, okay? So bear with me. Facts are facts here, though. The built-in microphone on your laptop is just not cutting it. And there's nothing wrong with that microphone. There's a reason that it sounds like trash. And the reason is you have to be so far away from it. You need to be seen on the camera. You can't also be right up on top of the microphone. Those things are built to capture everything in the room, so they're going to pick up every little sound, and that sounds awful. Now, you could be, put your face right up on top of the mic. Yeah, it'd probably sound great. But you have to also be seen on camera. And in order for you to be seen on camera, you got to be kind of far away. So that mic's just not going to do it. I've got a Blue Yeti mic sitting right here. It's a beautiful Blue Yeti mic. And it's really close to me. And that's why I sound pretty good. Not perfect. This room's not built up for capturing sound, but it's pretty good. I'll go ahead and switch to my MacBook Pro's microphone and, see if you can tell the difference. It should be pretty obvious now that I'm using a different microphone, and the quality is not nearly as good as what you were just hearing. Sorry. But even if you don't have a fancy Blue Yeti mic sitting on your desk, you can use your AirPods as a mic. And I know you've got some AirPods coming. You don't have to be embarrassed because they're only first gen. I've got mine right here, okay? And I'll switch to those and let you hear the difference. Well, the quality isn't as good as the Blue Yeti, but that's to be expected, right? I mean, these are built for cell phone calls, and everybody knows that cell phone audio quality really doesn't matter. But it still sounds better than the built-in mic because it's so much closer to me, and it cuts out a lot of the ambient noise in the room. Step three is the lighting. It's all about the lighting. And you notice I've got this nice soft light just cascading over my face. And the light in the room is nice and bright and inviting. And I know what you're probably thinking. Some fancy lights that I paid way too much money for. Haha, well, that's where you'd be wrong, my friend. You know what the light on my face right here, my key light, it's just a desk lamp. And I took the shade off of it. Now, I will admit that when I took the shade off, the light was just a little harsh. It was a little too much. I just wanted to get a little more output from that light, but it was too much. Not enough with the shade on, too much with the shade off. What do you do? Well, that's pretty simple too. Basically, all I did was take up a shower curtain. You know, it's kind of opaque. It's not clear, but it's opaque. Cut a little square out, put it right in front of the lamp. Boom. I got some homemade diffusion. And same thing with the lighting in the back. I didn't diffuse it, but it's just a floor lamp with the shade pulled off. Step 4 is probably the easiest step that you're going to see in this entire video. Pay attention to your background. Now, you've watched this entire video, and it's probably driving you nuts at this point, because I know it would be driving me nuts. And you're thinking, now he's going to give me a tip on the background, when this whole time I've seen a toilet over his shoulder. Yes, you have. And that was done completely intentionally. I really wanted to hammer this point home, okay? All you got to do is open up Zoom or whatever teleconferencing app that you're using, and go into your preferences or however you get your video preview, and just give the background a quick once over before your meeting. That's it. So you get up, you'd shut that door, or clean up some of the stuff in the background. You know, just eliminating some of that clutter is really going to go a long way with making your shot look better. And people are going to think you're really neat and tidy at home. So that's a plus. Ah, yes, one more thing about your background. No matter how tempting, no matter how cool it might seem, don't, please, for the love of all things, use a virtual background. They're cheesy, they're stupid, and everybody in the conference call will be quietly judging you for using them. So that's it. Just 4 simple steps to make sure that you look great in your next video conference. Thanks so much for watching. And again, if you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe. You know, it really helps me out. I'd really appreciate it. If you turn on the little gray bell, you'll get notified every time that I upload videos, so that you don't have to come looking for it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some valuable information from it, and I hope maybe you were a little entertained, because things are crazy out there, and we really need to take care of each other. So just stay home, stay safe, and we're all going to get through this together.